You're now tuned into the Lady Charmaine Live Show, and I'm your host, Lady Charmaine. And of course, as always, I got another great interview for you today. And here's my question for you. What do you get when you mix great classics like The Wood, also Juice, and also one of my daughter's favorites, Love and Basketball? I'll tell you who it is coming up right after this. Lady Charmaine, and my guest today is an author and actor who has starred in movies and television shows like In Too Deep, Higher Learning, ER House, and Resurrection. And he is here today to talk about his new film out on DVD, Blu-ray, shot right here in Sacramento, California, Traffic, and his new book, Fatherless to Fatherhood. Help me welcome Mr. Omar Epps to the show. Welcome.
How you doing? How you doing?
I am good. Now I'm going to let everybody in on a little secret. I had to remind Omar that he and I actually met 27 years ago when he came out to the Bay Area, and he was looking for Tupac, and he was able to find him. But anyway, that was 27 years ago. But it's so good to talk to you after 27 years, Omar, and look what the Lord has done.
Yep, it's good to be here.
Yeah.
Good to be here. God is good.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, Omar, you know, you have a birthday coming up, so I want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And now, Omar, he was in a film that was actually shot here in Sacramento. The film is actually called Traffic. And I got a chance to see the movie. It was very good. But, Omar, I have a question for you. Why did you decide to do a movie of this caliber? Because we know that Sacramento is basically, as they call it, the sex trafficking capital of the United States of America. But why did you decide to even star in the film?
Well, for that exact reason, you know, Deon Taylor, who wrote and directed the film, is, you know, from Sacramento. And, you know, when I read the script, I was just drawn to the piece. It deals with this issue of human trafficking, which it's crazy. It's like it's hidden in plain sight. And when you say that phrase to most people, they think a different country or third world country. They're not thinking, you know, Sacramento or New Jersey or Atlanta, you know. So we wanted to, you know, shine a light on that issue.
Well, I think you guys definitely did a great job because it brought to light a lot of things that people didn't even realize that was going on. And also, you know, watch your daughters when you're out there and watch who people talk to and watch how people are looking at you as well. And I think the film brought a lot of those things out as well. Plus, you're also an author. Omar, you have a book out called From Fatherless to Fatherhood. Why did you decide to write a book at this time in your life?
Well, I had a moment with my son a few years back that caused me to question whether, having grown up without my father, had somehow crept into my fatherhood. It was a startling thought, and so I began this exploration of self and, you know, unpacked these issues for myself. And midway through, I realized that, wow, maybe my story could be used as a tool of inspiration to others. So, yeah. I never thought about, you know, writing a book. Like, that wasn't in the plans, but I felt compelled to because I want to try to help change the narrative on the issue of fatherhood in our community.
So what does fatherhood mean to you?
Well, fatherhood means a lot of things, but parenthood in general is about being present and about being active. Time is the most invaluable thing on earth, and that's what, you know, that's what your kids are going to remember, is the time spent.
Right.
So we made a lot of strides in our community in around the issue of fatherhood, but we got a long way to go because there's still a lot of cats slacking. And so I want that to be the uncool thing to do. If you're not in your kid's life, that's uncool. We don't accept that anymore. Absolutely.
I think that's really good. So why should people buy your book and read about fatherhood in your book?
Well, I think, well, you know, I'm pretty, you know, private, so it's a memoir. It's about my life. Like, okay. I'm giving the people the real. You know, okay. This is, you know, I'm giving the people. There's no filters. Like, I self-publish this thing, so there's no one over my shoulders saying, "Don't say this, don't say that," and I just told my story in a real way, and I hope it resonates with people. You know, so far, people that have read it, when I'm having like sign-in events and things like that, it's been incredible. The response has been so incredible, and it's been people from all walks of life, all, races, ages, that this issue they've been affected by it. So we share this common theme, but then people have been really appreciative of how honest and raw I was in the book. So, definitely go out and support.
Okay, and the book is called From Fatherless to Fatherhood. Now, I want to talk to you about some of your classic films because, Omar, you sure do know how to pick some roles. And your films, like I said, they're classics. And one of my kids' films and one of my favorites is Love and Basketball. Now, you and Sanaa Lathan had such really good chemistry in the film. Did you and Sanaa ever date? Because you also had the same chemistry in The Wood. Did you guys ever date?
Yeah, we did that one time, but that wasn't, the chemistry was there. We were, solid actors, and we committed, and also, Gina Prince Blywood, who wrote and directed that piece, she's just a profound artist, and the fact that that film has stood the test of time is a testament to her storytelling.
Absolutely. And another film that stood the test of time is, of course, it's called The Wood, which was a coming-of-age story, which reminds me so much of the time that I was growing up. You and the fellas, you guys really had great chemistry on screen. Are you guys still friends today?
Nah, we're cordial. We know each other from the business. But again, that's one of those things where we found it. We found it on set. Rick Famuyiwa, who wrote and directed that. A lot of my success is not just me. It's being in the company of greatness. So for me, it's just I got to deliver on my end of the deal as an actor. And obviously Tay did his thing, and Rich did his thing. So it's a beautiful thing, man. It's one of those, and that's a forever story. It's about a coming of age, so everyone can relate to being a kid, having this group of friends, and then y'all grow up, and how does that play out? Everyone can relate to that.
Absolutely. And it's so funny because everybody say that they have a twin, right? But you're a cross between Wesley Snipes, Idris Elba, and of course Mike Tomlin. And I know a lot of people say you look like Mike Tomlin. Of course, do you think you look like Mike Tomlin? Because, sometimes people can say you look like somebody, but you don't think so. Do you think you look like him?
That's funny. I think we can be cousins. It depends on if I let my beard grow or something like that. But like they say everyone has a doppelganger, so it's all good. Like, he's doing his thing. Hats off to him.
Absolutely. Well, Omar, it truly was a pleasure having you on the show. It's a pleasure to see what the Lord has done in your life, because you and we had talked about you being in Juice 27 years ago, and now not only Juice, you have so many other films. And one of my favorite shows, I got to tell you, was Resurrection. I was really hoping they brought that back. But they didn't, but I want to let you know that that was one of my favorite television shows. And again, I want to remind the audience to make sure that you guys go and pick up Traffic. It's available right now on DVD, Blu-ray, and also the book From Fatherless to Fatherhood by Mr. Omar Epps. And again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Well, again, that was Mr. Omar Epps. And again, make sure you guys go and pick up the book From Fatherless to Fatherhood. And also make sure you go ahead and pick up Traffic, available right now on DVD and Blu-ray. And the Lady Charmaine Live Show is sponsored by, I love this particular event that's getting ready to come up. It is called Rebuilding Your Dreams After the Storm. All you have to do is go online and go ahead and get your tickets. Go to Rebuilding Your Dreams After the Storm. It's called Rebuilding Your Dreams Conference.eventbrite.com. It is going to be taking place on Saturday, July the 28th. So it's not too late to get your tickets. So make sure you go online right now to Rebuilding Your Dreams Conference.eventbrite.com. And do not forget to follow me on all social media outlets. You can go join me on my Facebook group. It's Hot Topics Real Talk and No Chaser. Connect with me right there as well. And also on Facebook, don't forget to like and subscribe. So if you want to find out what's coming up on the Lady Charmaine Live Show, be sure to like and subscribe. And again, thank you to my guest, Mr. Omar Epps.